What is up, guys? Dylan back here with another video. In this video, I will be reviewing the Uncharted movie that I went to go see tonight. And so I will give you my thoughts on the movie. Um, I'm just gonna. This is gonna be This is going to be spoiler free, except for one part. But I'll get into that here in a little bit. All right. Now, first things first. Overall, I thought the movie was pretty entertaining. Now, I know that video game movies don't have a good reputation, and for good reason. Because, a lot of video game movies turn out to be pretty bad. And so because of that, the video game movies don't have a good reputation. Now, the film stars Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, and it also stars Mark Wahlberg as Victor Sullivan, or Sully, as he's commonly called by Nate. Um, now, uh, now going in, it was said that this movie was a prequel to the Uncharted games. Yes and no. Yes and no. There's parts of it where it does feel like a prequel, but at the same time, there's other parts where it doesn't. I mean, basically, overall, the movie was just its own thing. Couldn't, no prequel to the games, and not, at least it didn't feel like it, in my opinion. Um, now, I did like. Now, let's get some positives first. I did like Tom Holland as a young Nathan Drake. Um, you know, I you know I thought he did a pretty good job. Um, Mark Wahlberg, he wasn't a bad Victor Sullivan, but I feel like I don't know. There's just, I mean, he wasn't bad. It's just there was just still something off about it. Off. There was just something off about him. Being Victor Sullivan. I mean, he didn't do a bad job. I mean, well, he wasn't bad, not at all. What other positives? Oh, I thought um the act. Yeah, almost bit my tongue there. I thought the action sequences were well done. Um, especially the third act of the movie. Uh, let's see. Um, the story. I mean, The story wasn't groundbreaking or nothing. As you might have seen in the trailers, there's a part in the trailer where the helicopters are carrying these two ships. I did enjoy that sequence. Um, let's see. Uh, I thought overall the comedy in this movie, uh, overall the comedy was good, but there were some jokes that just but I do admit that some of the jokes in the movie didn't really hit. I mean, it didn't really hit. Like oh. Yeah, I do admit that some of the jokes in the movie were, I didn't, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Hit or miss. I do think some of the jokes were hit or miss. Um, let's see. Antonio Banderas, he played the villain. Although I wasn't expecting the way that they did his character in this movie. And I have to admit, I really don't know if it did his character any good. I mean, I just don't know. I wasn't expecting it. At least not before the end of the movie. At least. Uh, now, now the movie does set up for there to be potentially other Uncharted movies. Now, the one spoiler I will say, there was a cameo in this movie that, when I was sitting in the movie theater, there was a cameo in the movie. I, I was like, oh hey, that's clever. I like that. In this movie, you had a cameo from the voice of Nathan. No, no. In this movie, you had a cameo from Nathan Drake in the Uncharted games. A cameo from Nolan North, who voices Nathan Drake in the Uncharted games. I thought that was a really nice cameo. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Um, let's see. All right. Here's some negatives. Um, I didn't really like Chloe Frazer in this movie, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's never really I don't know. It's just something. She she does something in this movie that she's never done in the games. So, oh, here's sirens in the background. Um, I don't know. It's just the Chloe Frazer in this movie just didn't work for me. Now, if there is going to be a sequel and she's in it, then make. Man, well, I think I know what those sirens are for. That's an ambulance. Yeah, that was an ambulance that went by. I think I know. Why that. I think I know the reason for it because on my way home there was a bunch of ambulances and police at a house near mine. But well, I know the reason why, but I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I mean, now if there is going to be a sequel and Chloe Frazier's in it, then maybe my opinion will change then. But I just felt in this movie, I didn't like the way Chloe Frazier was written in this movie, to be honest. And we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if there's a sequel and if she's in it, my opinion might change. But we'll see. Um, let's see. Another negative. Another negative. I didn't really care for the music. I didn't really care for the soundtrack of this movie. At least not until the third act of the movie, because they didn't really use the music from the games until it got to the third act of the movie. And the music they had before the third act, I didn't really care for the music. I didn't really care for the music. I thought I thought before the third act, the music was just pretty generic. But then, as we got to the third act of the movie, they started playing the Uncharted theme song, which I did like. But before it got to that point, I didn't care for the music. Now, the director of this movie, I think his name is Ruben Flesher. I think that's his name. I think that's his name. I could be wrong. Um, his movies, his movies are known for not being well liked by critics, but how do I put this? All right, here we go. Alright, I'm sure a lot of you guys know about Rotten Tomatoes. Well, think of it this way: his movies are known for having a low critic score, but having a high audience score. In other words, audiences like it more than critics do. Let's let's put it that way. Um, yeah. So usually on Rotten Tomatoes, his movies are known for having a low critic score but a high audience score. That at least going by his past movies. Yeah. Let's see. There was a post credit scene, and I did enjoy the post credit scene. Um. Let's see. I thought the CGI was overall pretty good. Now obviously the CGI ain't gonna be like in a Godzilla movie or a Marvel movie. Obviously, but the CGI overall was pretty good. Wasn't bad. Um, let's see. Uh, now Now I do understand why. Now I do understand why critics don't aren't liking the movie, and I would understand why there'd be some fans of the Uncharted games that wouldn't care for this movie. I get that because look, everyone's gonna have different opinions. We all know that, but in my personal opinion, I thought the movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was not a perfect movie by any means. It was not perfect. It does have its flaws, and I do have issues with it. But in my personal opinion, I thought it was pretty good. Um, I didn't think it was great, but I didn't think it was great, but I do think it was pretty good. Now, obviously, there is some people who will disagree. In fact, I am in a Uncharted fan group on Facebook, and I guarantee you, if I made a post in that Facebook page that I thought the movie was pretty good, there will be some people in that group who disagree with me, and that's fine. That's fine. I do not have a problem with people disagreeing with me. Look, that's fine. Look, like I said, when it comes to movies, music, TV shows, what any other forms of media and entertainment, no one is going to have the same. Everyone's going to have a different opinion about something. Just because you like some, or just because you think something's good, there's going to be someone else who thinks the opposite. Look, hey, we all have an opinion. Look, opinions. Here's an analogy that I've heard before. Opinions are like buttholes. We all got one. Anyway, guys. This video is already a little too long. It's it's almost 11 o'clock here in West Tennessee. I am tired. Um, I was I am a little now. I was a little frustrated earlier because as I was walking out of the movie theater, I was trying to get my phone out of my pocket and I dropped it and my freaking screen cracked. So I'm pissed off. I'm a little pissed off about that, but so I'm gonna and I can't. And I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to afford to get the screen replaced. In fact, it would probably be cheaper just to buy another phone because the phone that I have now was like $60 or $70. So I'm so I'm probably just gonna buy buy another phone, the same phone but a different one. So anyway, I'm rambling. I'm rambling. So I know none of y'all is gonna care about that. I'm just rambling at this point. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. I hope y'all have a good night. And if you do get a chance, go see this movie. You might be surprised. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Hope y'all have a good night and God bless.